So I am Margo Engberg, and I am the founder and CEO of PinkaBella Cupcakes. I am a wife, my husband's right there, a mom, and an entrepreneur. Today I'm going to talk about what passion has to do with profit. But first I'm going to tell you the story of how it all began and how my passion for cupcakes was born. My husband Doug and I have adopted 4 children. They are now 19, 17, 14, and 9. We first adopted a 6-week-old baby girl from a young gal I mentored through an organization called Young Life. We began a 4-year fight for our lives for Jazzy, whose father was a level 3, 3-time sex offender. But because he was in the system, he had more rights than we did. He had the right to fight for her. Not that he could have her. So during that time, my husband and I became keenly aware of many children that were in need of a home. That is where our passion for children started. My husband was not excited about having kids at our first year into marriage, but Jazzy was literally dropped off at our doorstep. And I mean that literally. Her mom dropped her off and never came back. Now I'm going to cry because Josh said, you cry every time I see you. And I do, and I can't help it. So when we realized that there were so many children that needed a home, we had started the process of an adoption in Guatemala, but I wasn't ready to go get another child while we were fighting for the one that we weren't sure we were even going to get to keep. So the very day that she became legally ours and she was adopted, she was 4 years old. We got a picture on an email that came across of another baby that was available and just born that day in Guatemala. So 2 days later, Doug had me and my brand new adopted daughter on a flight to Guatemala to meet Mia. So the story goes, Mia was just 3 days old when we met her. Takes about 10 months to bring a baby home. So we made several visit trips to visit. When I was there with the baby, Doug wanted to come back and meet Mia. So we planned another trip just 2 weeks later. And when we were on the elevator with the facilitator, she had 2 older children next to her. And they were all chatting back and forth in Spanish. We did not speak a lick of Spanish, so I don't know what we were doing in a foreign country, getting a baby with a bunch of people that we couldn't even talk to. But we were, and while we were there, the 2 older kids were asking the facilitator something in Spanish, and we asked, what did they say? And she said, they want to know if you're adopting them. He said, yes, and he said it very boldly, and I said, I'm pretty sure, because they're jumping up and down right now, that they know what yes is. And they did. However, the facilitator informed us that they were on their way to meet another family. So we were happy for them. However, later that night, she checked in to see how the baby was doing, and we asked about the other kids. She said, oh, the family didn't want them. And we said, did they say that in front of them? Because they are like 7 and 9. And she said, oh, yes, but they're just used to that. That broke my heart and my husband's. So sorry, told you I was going to cry. And I tell this story every day and I still cry. So we started the process with the kids. We didn't know how we were going to do it. We told the facilitator we didn't have the money to adopt 2 more kids. And she said, oh, no worries, 2 for 1. Like they were donuts. So we said, okay, well, we are going to find a way to take these kids. We didn't know how, but we said we'd like to start the process. And so we put them on our credit card. Yes, we did. Gabe and Tice, exactly, are the best transaction we've ever placed on our credit card. There is so much more story of the payoff that went along that, but obviously I don't have the time to tell that. We brought Gabe and Tice home at the age of 9 and 11. In Guatemala, when you're a boy and you turn 12, you cannot be in an orphanage and you cannot be in a foster home. So you're basically, if you're not adopted, you're on the street. We brought him home just 4 months before his 12th birthday. Okay, now, hopefully I can stop now, right? Now to the business of cupcakes, passion, and profit. At this point, our 2 older kids had 2 American dreams. They wanted to go to Disneyland, and they wanted a birthday party. They had never had one. After bringing our kids home and getting them into the public school, in our affluent Kirkland neighborhood, we learned that there were many kids that couldn't afford to bring treats for their birthday. Once again, my heart was broken. I thought to myself, who doesn't bring treats on their birthday? To me, that was unimaginable. And I couldn't imagine being a kid and not being celebrated like all the other kids. Okay, I think I'm going to faint, for real. I didn't know, somebody stand up here. I don't know, sorry. Yeah, I'm really sorry. Wow, sorry about that. No, I'm okay, thanks. How embarrassing. Okay, thank you. Okay, thanks. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Thanks. This is so embarrassing. I've never done that before. So we got our kids into school and realized that they had not, there were many kids right in our neighborhood that couldn't afford treats. So I offered to be cupcake mom. I thought cupcakes are the rage, and that's something I can do. I've always had a passion for baking. So I started baking cupcakes for kids that couldn't bring treats. I became the very well-known cupcake mom because the cupcakes weren't ordinary, they were extraordinary. And I thought these kids are the kids that need to have something beyond even what I would give my own kids, right? I would never pay for my cupcakes is what I'm trying to tell you. No, they're good. I just wouldn't pay that much money for a cupcake. True story. The requests were pouring in, and multiple of my personal friends were asking me to do cupcakes for their kids. So I started thinking about it, and I got an idea in my head that my husband was kind of like, the economy, it's 2009. But I asked him about opening a store. I thought, how great would it be if we could open a store that would create profit, that would give back to children in need. He is the chief fundraiser for Olive Crest, which is an organization that places foster children in forever homes. So it seemed like a great fit. We could raise money, we'd make profit. And so he did agree reluctantly. But we opened our first store at Redmond Town Center, and I think they're a major sponsor here tonight. So everybody clap for Redmond Town Center. That was where our whole story started. That was where it was all born, and it's our flagship store. So we opened our first store at Redmond Town Center, and on opening day, we sold 2,000 cupcakes. Who knew, right? And to date, we've donated over 500,000 cupcakes to organizations to help raise money, as well as donated our profits. Our whole mission became about helping people. It's what drives me every day. Small business is hard, but when you have a vision, a purpose beyond your profit, your mission is accomplished. I get asked all the time, are you profitable? And I say, I have no idea. And that is the truth. Bookkeepers and accountants hate me. They say, oh gosh, it is true. I'm not kidding. They don't really like me because I don't care about the money side of it. I will say having this passion to help kids, people in need, and the employees that are like family to me are what drive me. At PinkaBella, we don't measure our success by a P&L, but by the difference we get to make in the lives of those around us. When you have that kind of passion that gets you up every day and weathers you through the storm, there is drama in cupcakes, let me tell you. And others count on you for jobs. How can you not work to make a profit? I'm going to leave you with this. Turning passion into profit happens when you identify your life's purpose, make a connection between your company's success and your ability to fulfill your purpose. Focus on building a strong, profitable brand for your cause, and align your ambition for success with one greater than yourself. Passion is not what we say, it is what we do.